So, Jai Hind to all the students, and with this, we shall be starting up the final and the last chapter for our final syllabus completion of annual exams An Alien Hand of Supplementary. Hope you're carrying the books in your area with a pencil. Yeah, follow me in your books. Right. So, An Alien Hand. Before you read, have you heard of the Viking mission to Mars? Is my voice legibly clear, not flickering? Thank you. Have you ever heard of the Viking mission to Mars? The National Aeronautics and Space Administration's Viking mission to Mars was composed of two spacecraft, Viking 1 and Viking 2, each consisting of an orbiter and a lander. The primary objectives were to obtain images and samples of the Martian surface and soil and search for any possible signs of life. Viking 1 was launched on 20th August 1975 and arrived at Mars on 19th June 1976. Viking 2 was launched on 9th September 1975 and entered Mars orbit on 7th of August 1976. Besides taking photographs and collecting other science data on the Martian surface, the two landers conducted three biology experiments to look for possible signs of life. As of now, there is no clear evidence of the presence of living microorganisms in the soil near the landing sites. So, from this brief intro, what is visible is that the chapter is based on some spatial account. Spatial means related to space, right? Tilu. Tilu and his parents lived beneath the surface of a planet. Look, live beneath the surface of a planet. क्या मतलब हुआ इसका? Were they living on the planet or beneath its surface? Beneath means what? Below. Below. Yes. Yes. So Tilu has. Okay. Okay. Understood. Tilu has heard and read about the sun and the stars. He has never seen them. Tilu's father goes to work through a secret passage and Tilu wants to know all about it. Whose mic is on? Kindly mute. So, this little black illustration can be presumed as Tilu. Okay. Tilu, how often have you been told not to go that way? But why does daddy go there every day? Because that's his job, Tilu. That way was an underground passage. Tilu's father went every day for work along that passage, and every day he came back from that direction. What lay at the end of that forbidden route? Not only Tilu, but a great majority. Not Tilu, only Tilu, but a great majority of the community would have liked to know Tilu's father Tilu's father was one of the select few permitted to go that way. The above conversation invariably took place between Tilu and his mother whenever he insisted on following his father. So today, however, was different. Tilu's father was enjoying a siesta at home, and Tilu managed to get hold of his security card. What does it mean? The father was busy with something, and meanwhile he was doing that thing. He was busy with that thing. Tilu got a chance to secretly get a access to his security card. Then, evading his watchful mother's eye, माँ की आंखों से बचते हुए, evading his watchful mother's eye, Tilu made his way to the forbidden passage. I would request all the students to open their cameras. Do that. A metal door barred his entry, but Tilu had watched his father slip the magic card into a slot. He did the same, and the door opened noiselessly. A well lit passage seemed to beckon him. Snatching the card, now the passage was open, the door was opened as he inserted that security card. Sorry, but what happened next? Snatching the card which had come out of another slot in the wall, Tilu started his march along a gentle upward slope, for the passage led from the underground habitat to the surface of the planet. Tilu looked forward to seeing the sun if it was daytime, or the stars if it was night, about which he had heard and read so much. So now you must be able to make a, make an understanding to develop uh, a comprehension that what was happening, where the family of Tilu was living, and what he was curious about. Why did he want to make to that secret door, secret passage? What was going on in his head? What did he want to see? Right? So let's see what happens next. But alas, that wasn't to be. Tilu had underestimated the security arrangements. Invisible mechanical devices had already detected and photographed the small intruder. He was caught. Sent his picture to the Central Bureau where it was thoroughly checked, and before he had advanced 10 paces, a strong hand fell heavily on his shoulder. From the back, obviously. Gently but firmly, he was escorted by the siesta, short rest or nap after lunch. So he was resting. Habitat is a place where you can rest, shelter or a home. Detected, you found something. Spotted, taken or led. So gently but firmly he was escorted by the security staff back home to an anxious and angry mother. While he was being scolded, he received help from an unexpected quarter. Let me explain to him, darling, said his father, who had just got up. If he is properly briefed, he will not do such a thing again. He started to explain. Who is he? His father, Tilu's father. Listen, Tilu. I work on a surface where an ordinary person cannot survive because the air is too thin to breathe. How are we pronouncing this word? Breathe. The word pronunciation will take a the in the end. Breathe. It will not take. Listen. It will take this. All right. It will not take this. Are you understood? So it should sound like breathe. Okay. Not breathe. Hope I'm clear. Nice. Now, so because the air is too thin to breathe, and where the temperature is so low that you would freeze to death. But daddy, how do you manage to survive? Because I go well equipped in a special suit with a reservoir of oxygen. I can keep warm, and my boots are specially designed to make it easy for me to walk on the surface. What's more, I've been trained to survive and work on the surface. There was a time when our forefathers lived on the surface quite naturally. Quite naturally. Indeed, indeed, they did so for millions of years. But times changed. The very sun, which had provided us with sustenance, turned hostile. It changed only slightly, but the change was sufficient to upset the balance of nature on this planet. First, the birds became extinct. Now the father is giving him a detailed info so that Tilu can actually understand and his curiosity can be dealt nicely so that he should not be a rebel and do the same mistake again. So be a very good listener and just pay attention how and what is going to form the detailed explanation of the dad. First, the birds became extinct. The animals followed. The fish couldn't bear it anymore either. We managed to survive only because of our superior technology. But we were forced to live underground, under artificial conditions. Thanks to solar energy, we can generate sufficient power to make our life comfortable. But the machines which make this possible must always be in good working condition. Some of them are on the surface. I belong to the team whose responsibility is to keep watch on them and to service them. To service what? To service? Right. Very good. Yes. Right. So now I would be keeping it till here only, and now you people will give a detailed summary. Okay, wait, let me finish because first part is almost finished. But the machines which make this possible must always be in good working condition. Some of them are on the surface. I belong to the team whose responsibility it is to keep watch on them and to service them. Daddy, can I join the team when I grow up? Of course, if you want to, said his father. But for that, you must be a good boy and do as your parents tell you. His mother had, as usual, the last word. Alright, so this is how the story has been covered for the first part, and you people now would participate in explaining what you've understood. One by one, I'll give you a chance, right? So wait for your turn and hang on for a minute.